Good morning, students. Myself Pankaj Sani from Kendriya Vidyalaya, number 2 DMW Patiala. I am going to represent the topic of modulus of elasticity. Let us start. Now, first of all, what is the previous knowledge required for the to determine the modulus of elasticity? First of all, what do you understand by elasticity? We hope that student will understand this uh, properly before going to this chapter, this topic. Next is the stress. It is simply the force per unit area is known as the stress. Then the strain, it is the when we are applied a stress on a body, then there is a simply change in the dimensions of the body. Then what is the strain? It means that it is simply the ratio of change in dimension to the original dimension is known as the strain of the body. Now, next is Hooke's law. It is a very important aspect. Okay, let us first of all discuss the Hooke's law before going to our topic. And before going to our topic, what are our objective of discussion uh, of the topic? First is to make the student understand the basic concept of modulus of elasticity and its types. Second is to make the student understand about the Poisson's ratio and its importance. And one of the more important objective of this topic to make the student familiar with the tricks or method to solving the conceptual problem of physics. Now let us go to the topic. Now, before going to our main topic, we will start from the Hooke's law. What do you understand by Hooke's law? According to Hooke's law, within the elastic limit, stress is directly proportional to strain is known as the Hooke's law. It means that up to the elastic limit, stress is directly proportional to strain. Now this directly proportionality sign is replaced by a constant which is known as the proportionality constant. Here m is the proportionality constant, and this m is also known as the modulus of elasticity. This is also known as the modulus of elasticity. From the above equation, therefore, m is equal to stress upon strain. M is equal to stress upon strain. Now, on the basis of different type of materials and different type of stress applied on the these material and a variety of strain produced in these material, to keep in the mind of these different things, we can divide all the modulus of elasticity in three category or types. So these are known as simply the three types of the elastic constant. What are these uh, three elastic constant? One is the Young's modulus, which is represented by Y. Second is the bulk modulus, it is represented by B. And third is the modulus of rigidity. Third is the modulus of rigidity. Now these are the three modulus. We will discuss these modulus one by one. Let us first of all, we will start from the Young's modulus. Now, what do you understand by Young's modulus? If we are applied a normal stress or longitudinal stress on a body, then there will be produced a longitudinal strain in the that particular material. then simply the ratio of longitudinal stress to the longitudinal strain is known as the Young's modulus. It is represented by Y. Now, first of all, what is the longitudinal stress? It is simply the force applied on the body divided by area of cross section of the body where the force is applied. Now, longitudinal strain, it is simply the change in the dimensions of the body divided by original dimension. This is known as the Young's modulus. Now, SI unit of the Young's modulus, because strain is a unitless quantity, so we can it is a unitless quantity, so the dimensions of the Y will be the dimension of the stress. So it will be equals to Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square. And dimensions of it will be equals to m1 l minus 1 t minus 2. These are the dimensions of the Young's modulus. Now let us we will find out the Young's modulus of a wire. Let us see. Now this is a very common example we will use to find out the Young's modulus of a wire. This is a reference wire. With respect to this, we can find out the extension produced in the body. Now this is the experimental wire whose Young's modulus we have to find out. So we hang this wire like this, and here it is also in the reference wire there is a main scale will be there, and in the experimental wire there is a vernier scale and there is a hanger in which we are putting some weight. If there is increase in the value of the weight, it will applied a normal force or normal stress in downward direction, due to which there is a extension produced in the wire, or which lead to the simply increase in the length of the wire. So we can calculate the length of the wire with the help of the pointer present, simply scale present on the reference wire. We will calculate the change in the length of the wire divided by original length of the wire. This will gives the uh, longitudinal strain produced in the body. And second thing, the wire we are using, we will find out the diameter of the wire, from which we can find out the radius of the wire, which lead to the area of the wire. And we will simply put the value of the force which will be present in the form of weight in the holder, and pi r square is the area of the or area of cross section of the wire, and small l upon capital L, it is simply the longitudinal strain produced in the body. We will put these value in the formula. You will get the find out the value of the Young's modulus. In this way we can calculate it. Now this is the method by which we will calculate the Young's modulus of the wire. Now in the continuity of this, our second modulus is the bulk modulus. It is simply the ratio of volume stress to the volumetric strain, or simply a volume strain. It is known as the bulk modulus. B is equal to the volume stress divided by volume strain. Now volume stress is simply the increase in the pressure on the body. It will be represented by dP, and dV will represent the change in the volume of the body divided by original volume. As we see that there is most of time there is in decrease in the volume of the body, due to which there is a negative sign will be here. So in this way we will simply put the values in the equation and we will calculate the bulk modulus. And again SI unit of bulk modulus is Newton per meter square and dimensions are m1 L minus 1 T minus 2. Now in this way we can find out the bulk modulus. Now let us we can also demonstrate with the help of an body. Let us suppose we have a cube. We will apply a stress on this, uniform stress on all the directions, due to which we are let us suppose we are increasing the pressure dp, then there is a change in the volume of the bulk modulus from original volume is v, and there is a change in the volume by dp, and there is a decrease in the volume, so we are using the negative sign. So we will simply put the dv, v and p or delta p in the wire. So this is known as the bulk modulus. Now one more important parameter here, compressibility. It is simply the reciprocal of bulk modulus. It is simply the reciprocal of bulk modulus of the material. It is known as the compressibility. It will be equals to 1 by bulk modulus. So it will be equals to delta V upon PV. This is known as the compressibility of the material. Now on the basis of this there is a numerical by which we can understand it. Let us see. Pressure of a medium is changes from 1.01 10 raised to power 5 Pascal to the 1.165 into 10 raised to power 5 Pascal, and change in volume by 10%, keeping temperature constant, and find the volume bulk modulus of the medium. First of all, there is a pressure change. What is the change in pressure? We will find out it. Final pressure minus initial pressure. So this is the value of the change in pressure applied on the body. Delta V upon V is the change in volume with respect to the original volume. So it will be 10%, so 0.1. Simply put the values in the bulk modulus, you will get the result in the term of bulk modulus of the medium. So this is a numerical based upon this bulk modulus. Our third is known as the rigidity modulus. Third is known as the rigidity modulus. Modulus of rigidity, it is defined as ratio of shearing stress to the shearing strain. It is simply the ratio of shearing stress to the shearing strain. Now let us suppose we have a cube like this. We have a cube like this. We will fix the bottom of the cube and we are applied a tangential force on this, and due to which there is a change in the dimensions of the cube like this. Change in the dimensions of the cube like this. Now we will find out what is the shearing stress applied on the body. A is the area of cross section of the top of the body. Now what is the shearing stress applied on the body? F is the tangential force, so F upon area, it is the simply the tangential stress applied on the body. Now second is the tangential strain produced in the body. It is simply the lateral displacement delta x divided by h. H is the height of the cube. Now delta x upon h will representing the shearing strain. Simply put this value in the formula, you will calculate the value of modulus of rigidity. Let us see. Shearing force, shearing stress is equal to shearing force upon area under stress, and shearing stress simply relative displacement of any layer its distance from the fixed layer. It will be equals to tan theta is equal to x upon h. As the displacement is very small, so we can represent tan theta is approximately equal to theta. So it will be equals to x upon h. Now put this value in the modulus of rigidity. It will be equals to f upon a divided by theta, and put this value f upon a x or delta x भी लिख सकते हैं. It can be write down delta x divided by h. This is known as the modulus of rigidity. This is the expression for the modulus of rigidity. In this way, we can calculate all the three modulus of rigidity, by which we can calculate a number of parameter, a number of in term of nature of the substance, nature of the body. Or Young's modulus will be Young's modulus will be take place in the cases of solid. Similarly, rigidity modulus is also applicable for the solid, but the bulk modulus is applicable all the three modulus of rigidity. Now this is all about the modulus of rigidity. Now these are the assignment to complete these assignment on the basis of modulus of rigidity. So this is all about from me. Thank you for your cooperation to listen. Thank you very much.